Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh, exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. The baseball world is buzzing in a way that we haven't seen in years, and the center of all the chatter revolves around none other than Pete Alonso, the slugger whose power at the plate has been a nightmare for pitchers across the league. Rumors have been circulating for months, whispers in the locker rooms, cryptic tweets from insiders, and now it seems that the whispers have materialized into one of the most seismic moves in recent memory. Pete Alonso, the man who has become synonymous with towering home runs and a fiery competitive spirit, has reportedly reached a massive agreement with the Los Angeles Dodgers, a franchise that has been aggressively reshaping its roster to reclaim its dominance in the National League. Sources close to the deal suggest that the magnitude of this agreement is unprecedented, reflecting both Alonso's extraordinary talent and the Dodgers' willingness to invest in a superstar who can shift the balance of power in the league. This is not just a player signing. It's a statement, a declaration that the Dodgers are aiming not just to compete, but to redefine what it means to be a powerhouse in modern baseball, and the ripple effects of this move are already reverberating through every clubhouse, every front office, and every fan base across the country. The Dodgers, known for their strategic investments and calculated risks, have reportedly put together a package that is as ambitious as it is jaw-dropping, and Pete Alonso's arrival signals a new chapter in the ongoing saga of baseball supremacy. For years, Alonso has been a symbol of power and precision, consistently delivering performances that leave fans on the edge of their seats and opponents scrambling for answers. His unique combination of raw strength and disciplined approach at the plate has earned him accolades, all-star appearances, and a reputation as one of the most feared hitters in the league, and now all that talent is set to be unleashed under the bright lights of Los Angeles. Sources hint that the agreement isn't just about numbers. It's about vision, about aligning Alonso's ambitions with a franchise that is hungry for a return to glory. The whispers around the deal suggest that negotiations were intense, with multiple teams reportedly vying for Alonso's signature. But it was the Dodgers' blend of competitive potential and market allure that ultimately swayed the slugger. Fans, analysts, and even casual observers are already speculating about how this move will shift divisional dynamics, pitching strategies, and clubhouse chemistry, and the anticipation is reaching a fever pitch. As rumors solidify into fact, the narrative around the Dodgers' intentions becomes clearer, and everyone is watching closely to see just how far this audacious gamble will take them. Alonso's potential impact on the Dodgers extends beyond the tangible metrics of home runs, RBIs, and slugging percentages. While the statistical forecasts are already being calculated by analysts and fantasy enthusiasts alike, the intangible influence on team morale, media attention, and fan engagement cannot be overstated. Imagine the surge in attendance, the buzz on social media, the constant headlines from sports networks as fans and detractors alike dissect every swing, every at-bat, every strategic decision. The Dodgers are not just adding a player. They are adding a cultural phenomenon, a personality whose charisma and competitive fire will electrify a fan base accustomed to championship aspirations. Rumors suggest that Alonso's leadership and presence in the clubhouse have been a decisive factor in this acquisition, indicating that the Dodgers are not merely interested in statistics, but in creating a magnetic energy that radiates from the dugout to the stadium stands. There is talk that this move could influence trade considerations, pitching rotations, and even managerial strategies, as every facet of the team adjusts to accommodate the arrival of a superstar with such a potent combination of talent, confidence, and public profile. In essence, the Dodgers are signaling that they intend to dominate not only on the field, but in the cultural imagination of baseball itself, making this rumored agreement far more than a simple contract. It is a catalyst for a seismic shift in the sports narrative. Insiders suggest that the timing of Alonso's move was as calculated as it was bold, occurring at a point in the season where momentum, psychology, and strategy converge. The whispers indicate that negotiations involved meticulous considerations of salary, incentives, and long-term projections, highlighting the sophistication of modern baseball management. Dodgers executives are reportedly envisioning Alonso not just as a seasonal contributor, but as a cornerstone around which multiple campaigns of dominance can be built, a figure whose presence alters how opponents prepare, how lineups are constructed, and how expectations are set. Meanwhile, the rumors swirling on social media paint a picture of fans divided between ecstatic anticipation and incredulous disbelief, with heated debates over whether this acquisition will indeed fulfill the lofty projections or create pressures that could test even a player of Alonso's proven resilience. Observers note that the symbolic weight of Alonso joining a team like the Dodgers cannot be ignored, as it suggests a level of ambition that transcends typical roster management, signaling an era in which marquee talent is leveraged to achieve both performance and prestige. The narrative being spun, whether accurate or exaggerated, already carries enough momentum to dominate headlines, podcasts, and water cooler discussions for weeks, cementing the notion that this is more than just a transactional rumor. It's a cultural event in the baseball calendar. Analysts are now recalculating projections, sabermetrics enthusiasts are updating models, and rival teams are scrambling to understand the full implications of a move that may very well redefine competitive dynamics for the foreseeable future. The energy around this potential deal has sparked debates, predictions, and speculative analyses, with some experts heralding it as a game-changing acquisition, while others caution that high expectations can produce equally high pressure. The rumors suggest that Alonso's fit within the Dodgers' existing lineup has been meticulously analyzed, with attention to every potential scenario, matchup, and situational challenge. Fans have begun to imagine historic moments, walk-off home runs, postseason heroics, highlight reels that will be replayed for years to come, and the collective roar of a stadium energized by a player whose arrival has been long anticipated. Meanwhile, the narrative extends beyond the field, encompassing marketing campaigns, merchandise projections, and sponsorship potential, as the presence of a superstar of Alonso's caliber guarantees attention both locally and nationally. The discussions online oscillate between admiration for the boldness of the Dodgers' strategy and skepticism over the sustainability of such an investment, reflecting the polarized excitement that only rumors of this magnitude can generate. It's clear that regardless of the final outcome, the chatter around Pete Alonso's reported move to Los Angeles has become a central talking point, dominating conversations, reshaping expectations, and promising a season of drama, spectacle, and high-stakes baseball. The anticipation itself has become a phenomenon, feeding the rumor mill and ensuring that every swing, every signing, and every strategic decision will now be scrutinized through the lens of this potential blockbuster acquisition. As these rumors continue to circulate, the baseball community is left grappling with questions that defy easy answers, such as how Alonso's unique skill set will mesh with the Dodgers' strategic philosophy, how his presence might influence the clubhouse culture, and whether the synergy will translate into tangible victories on the field. Analysts are poring over data, projecting lineups, calculating advanced metrics, and running simulations that attempt to quantify the potential impact, but even the most sophisticated models struggle to capture the psychological and cultural dimensions of adding a player like Alonso. Sources close to the negotiations hint at moments of tension, strategic maneuvering, and high-stakes discussions that underscore just how monumental this rumored agreement truly is, suggesting a level of deliberation and ambition rarely seen in modern sports transactions. Fans, meanwhile, are engaging in spirited debates, speculating not only about the immediate implications for the Dodgers' performance, but also for the broader competitive landscape, imagining rivalries intensified, playoff scenarios rewritten, and historical narratives reshaped. In essence, the rumors surrounding Pete Alonso's arrival is more than a story about a player. It is a lens through which the evolving dynamics of professional baseball, fan culture, and team strategy could be examined, providing endless fodder for discussion, analysis, and speculation. The anticipation is palpable, the narratives are forming, and everyone is waiting for the moment when rumor becomes reality. forever altering the conversation around one of the sport's brightest stars and one of its most ambitious franchises. The speculation surrounding Pete Alonso's rumored arrival at the Los Angeles Dodgers continues to escalate, with every detail, no matter how small, being dissected by fans, analysts, and media outlets alike. Reports suggest that the Dodgers front office has been meticulously preparing for the integration of a player of Alonso's magnitude, considering factors that range from batting order adjustments to clubhouse dynamics and even the subtle psychological effects of having superstar presence. Sources hint that Alonso's arrival could trigger a domino effect of strategic moves, with potential trades, rotations, and even minor league promotions being evaluated through the lens of how they would complement or conflict with his skill set. The rumor mill paints a vivid picture. Managers planning lineups with precision, pitching coaches analyzing every swing in practice sessions, and teammates mentally adjusting to a new rhythm that includes a slugger whose reputation precedes him. Meanwhile, the narrative has captured the imagination of fans, who are already projecting historic moments, imagining the roar of Dodger Stadium as Alonso steps up to the plate in critical situations. The excitement is palpable, spilling across social media platforms, sports forums, and podcasts, creating an atmosphere where anticipation and speculation fuel each other, transforming the rumor into a phenomenon that feels larger than life, a story that transcends numbers and statistics to become a defining narrative in contemporary baseball. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on news, so drop a comment below. Alonso's potential fit within the Dodgers lineup has become a central topic of discussion among analysts and commentators, who are exploring every conceivable scenario to predict how his presence might shift the team's performance. Rumors indicate that the Dodgers have been examining advanced metrics, historical matchups, and situational statistics to ensure that Alonso's transition maximizes both his power-hitting capabilities and the team's strategic potential. The whispers suggest that Alonso's influence may extend far beyond individual games, impacting season-long strategies, postseason planning, and even the psychological approach of opposing teams who must now contend with a lineup that includes one of the most formidable hitters in the league. Fans are engaging in heated debates over his potential impact, imagining game-winning home runs, clutch performances in high-pressure situations, and a transformation of the Dodgers' image into an even more dominant force in the National League. Behind the scenes, executives and coaching staff are reportedly weighing the long-term implications, considering how Alonso's presence could attract other marquee players, influence marketing strategies, and even shape fan engagement for years to come. The rumor, regardless of its current factual status, has already ignited conversations that ripple through every level of baseball discourse, blending speculation, excitement, and anticipation into a narrative that is impossible to ignore, positioning Alonso as a potential catalyst for historic change within one of the sport's most storied franchises. Sources close to the negotiations have hinted at the intensity and complexity involved in reaching an agreement with Pete Alonso, revealing layers of strategy, personal consideration, and mutual interest that make this rumored deal particularly compelling. While financial details remain speculative, the discussions are said to involve a combination of incentives, performance bonuses, and long-term commitments that reflect both Alonso's proven value and the Dodgers' commitment to building a team capable of sustained excellence. Insiders speculate that the negotiation process required careful balancing of multiple priorities, from roster flexibility to media optics, ensuring that both player and franchise could envision a mutually beneficial future. The rumors suggest that Alonso's decision to align with the Dodgers was influenced not only by competitive prospects, but also by lifestyle considerations, city allure, and the potential to join a team with a rich history and a passionate fan base eager for championship glory. Analysts have begun to model the statistical impact of Alonso joining the Dodgers, projecting increases in home run totals, on-base percentages, and overall run production, while also considering the psychological effect his presence might have on teammates and rivals alike. The chatter surrounding this deal has grown into a phenomenon that merges sports speculation with narrative intrigue, making the rumor feel like a major cultural moment, where every headline, social media post, and broadcast segment feeds the growing anticipation of fans, commentators, and rival franchises, all waiting to see if this blockbuster alignment becomes reality. The potential ripple effects of Pete Alonso's rumored acquisition extend far beyond the immediate Dodgers lineup, influencing rivalries, strategic planning, and even the broader market for elite baseball talent. Analysts suggest that opposing teams may adjust pitching strategies, reconsider defensive alignments, and reevaluate scouting priorities in response to Alonso's expected power and presence at the plate. Rumors indicate that the Dodgers are not only thinking short-term, but envisioning how Alonso's integration could shape their competitive strategy over multiple seasons, creating opportunities to acquire complementary players, optimize offensive sequencing, and leverage his star power for both performance and marketing gains. Fans have begun speculating about historic parallels, playoff scenarios, and the possibility of Alonso becoming the centerpiece of a Dodgers era that rivals previous dynasties in scale and impact. Meanwhile, the social media conversation has become a daily ritual, with each rumor, insider report, and speculative analysis generating waves of commentary, memes, and debates that further amplify the narrative. Even casual observers are drawn into the excitement, watching highlights, reading reports, and imagining the scenarios where Alonso's arrival transforms the Dodgers into an unstoppable force. The intensity of the speculation, the creativity of the projections, and the sheer magnetism of Alonso's reputation have combined to create a story that feels like it transcends normal sports news, evolving into a cultural event where rumor, anticipation, and excitement collide in a way that grips the imagination of the baseball world. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.